doing an IPP sentence.
What was your tariff?
Tariff was 2.5 years.
How far over tariff are you?
I've spent the last 10 years and 4 months in prison.
As an IPP, when you getting out?
It's a very good question. As an IPP, I may never get out.
Lord Clark describes IPPs as a disgrace, but a solution to those stuck on them isn't easy to find, he says.
At the moment, the parole board only release people if they're satisfied that they don't pose a significant risk to the public. Well, it's very difficult to be certain of that with any prisoner. I would have changed it so the parole board would release people unless they pose a significant danger.
My name's Shirley Tabono. I started campaigning against the IPP sentence when my own son was sentenced to it.
The campaign that you've run, Shirley, has been phenomenal. Being prepared to speak in a thought-through way to those of us who got it wrong in the first place and to those who have the opportunity of putting it right.
I'm looking at the age of people here, like sentenced to 11 months in 2005. You know, you've got another one here, 17 years of age. But when, you know, sentenced to like 8 months, 10 months, 15 months, 17, 18, 19 years of age, back in 2005 and 2006, and they're still in prison today.
No, that was clearly crazy.
The IPPs were covered from their chest to their feet in self-harm scars. I've met an IPP who had harmed all his genitals with razor blades. They were swallowing razor blades. They were suffering catastrophic breakdown in mental functioning.
I'm seeing people hang themselves and kill themselves on this IPP.
I've seen so many friends swap the prison for the mental institutions because they've lost their mind. Some of them have just took their own lives because they can't live with that lack of hope or knowing when or if they're ever going to get out, and the lack of empathy that comes from the prison service and probation. It would be easier if you knew that unless you committed another crime, you would never go back to prison on a recall. But unfortunately, that's not the state of probation at the minute. Neighbour next door could say you've done something and you'd be recalled at least a year waiting for a parole just to find out that you never did anything wrong.
It wasn't until 2016 when I got released. However, I was recalled on false allegations of which I was proven not guilty of.
When he was recalled the last time, how long did they keep him in for?
4 years.
4 years.
He went to court for an event they charged him with. He was not guilty by the judge and she hoped he'd be released ASAP, and they kept him 4 more years.
I got so many friends doing IPPs. My mate Daniel, he got recalled in 2015, he's still in now. And he served 10 years before he got out. That's what's on the line. It's not like you get recalled and you got a release date. You get recalled and mate, it's life. Like.
You can go back for all manner of things. Missing probation appointments, being late for appointments, even down to probation disliking some people could get you a recall.
A malicious phone call to probation has given them the tool to recall me once again.
He did everything they asked. No one literally told James what he's recalled for. He said, if I'd done something wrong, I would have just thought, whatever, you know, held his hands up, but he didn't do anything. He did try and ring the probation officer many times, but she just didn't speak to him.
I would love to learn to drive, but I'm paranoid to sit my test in case I get a parking ticket and I end up going back. I'm extra cautious when I go to shops. I don't use the self-service tills in case something happens, one doesn't scan, and then before you know it, I'm getting approached for shoplifting.
If my front door knocks, even though I know I haven't done nothing wrong, I feel like somebody's coming to take me back to prison. So I beg my mum at times not to open the door, because I feel like there's going to be someone there with handcuffs ready to put them back on me.
I continue to focus upon the issue. I'm glad to say that the number of IPP prisoners has dropped significantly. The parole board, of course, looks at the overall risk that the individual might pose, and I'm constantly